The opinions expressed in the video you are about to see are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
To be a tough blue water fishing battle wagon, you have to build a tough hull. This one's designed by Zukon International and engineered by Bertram and Ferretti Corporation. Bertram uses solid fiberglass up to the waterline, then vacuum resin infuses the core for added strength on the top sides. Bertram positions the fiberglass fuel tank on centerline so as to create zero trim effect as you burn off your fuel. I like glass tanks in the bottom of the boat because it lowers the center of gravity and in effect gives you a double bottom over that space.
And one of the things you'll notice, they have a really sharp entry on this, and you notice even at 20 knots there's absolutely no spray up onto the boat itself. You can see all the spray is just off to the side, so everybody's going to stay nice and dry even when you're running. I'm on the working end of the brand new Bertram 700. Now this boat is really set up for sport fishing and trophy fishing. It's got 270 square feet of fighting room back here in the cockpit. We can set up 2 fighting chairs if you want to, or have a single chair. You have your friends up here watching you reel in that trophy fish on the mezzanine seating. If you're a sport fisherman, you got to have a lot of refrigeration on deck. Big freezer, more space here. As well as over here, we have another refrigeration unit. So you got all the refrigeration units you can think of, and plenty of storage to keep all of your professional gear in place and secure. In each corner, we have the power reels. So you can bring all your surfaces in and take care of them. Now recently I toured the Bertram plant, and what I can tell you is they do a lot of things right. Very meticulous about what they do. They have stations along the way, and if it doesn't pass QC, it doesn't go by there. Take a look at this hatch. This is finished on both sides. Take a look at the thickness of this sole. That's very serious. The boxes come out. This is a split fish box. That's removable also, and it's got a macerator in there. Makes it easy to take care of. One thing you can look at here, even at the stern, we got toe kick space. That's thinking about fishing, because if you've ever been fishing and there wasn't toe kick space under this center of the stern, you remember it. Another thing that you can notice is the gutter track around the cockpit. If you're out in some big seas, you're going to get water into the cockpit, and you want to get it out as quickly as possible. It's over a finger's width, so it's about that deep. The real business end of any boat is going to be its power plant. In this case, we've got twin MTU 16-cylinder engines. Now you do have some other options, but let's go down and take a look at the space inside of this engine room and those ARGs that make it such a nice ride.
All air drawn into the engine compartment flows through a 2-step process to eliminate green water and salt air, which can wreak havoc on machinery. A state-of-the-art Delta T ventilation system is used to keep the engine spaces dry and salt-free. This system is as good as they get. A quick look over at the exhaust system showed me more solid construction. Stainless steel braces hold the heavy exhaust system in place. This system is absolutely critical because without them, the G-forces on the exhaust piping can bend it out of the turbo. Every piece of equipment in this engine room is from the absolute best supplier in the marine industry. The 23 kW Kohler generators are sound insulated. Most of the time you'll need only one, and the other is your backup. The battery system has 2 banks of 4 heavy-duty 8D batteries for the house and engines. Bertram will power this boat with either 12 or 16-cylinder MTU diesel engines. The optional 16-cylinder engines produce 2,200 horsepower each. Bertram has everything arranged for ease of maintenance. For emergency dewatering, these large pipes are connected to the engines, so with a turn of 2 levers, these powerful engines will evacuate your engine room faster than any other onboard pump in case of catastrophic hull rupture. I recommend this system for all boats going offshore. This is the only onboard system that can give the crew time to make an emergency repair. Few boats actually have them. All the interior of the engine room is finished gel coat for easy cleaning. A visual sight glass backs up the gauges at the dash for added security. Again, every boat going offshore should have this system, and few boats do. Wiring is as neat as I've seen in construction, with all wires run through protective races. It's well labeled, as is the load management center. This model has an optional 600 gallon per day water maker. Here is the one piece of equipment that I would upgrade to 1,200 gallons per day. While 600 gallons a day is certainly enough, the unit will have to run twice as long as a larger one. Bertram was an innovator in anti-roll technology for sport fishing boats. They have the exclusive rights to the Mitsubishi anti-rolling gyro, which reduces roll by as much as 50% and can work at the dock, eliminating the annoying rolling that occurs in a busy marina. For the comfort of your guests and crew, I recommend this system, and when it comes to resale time, it's an important item that'll separate your boat from others on the market.
We're out here on the Hudson River doing some testing. We got about 37 knots top end. Very smooth riding boat. Throttle up is very smooth. Visibility is good. I never lose the horizon off the bow. I got 360-degree visibility, which is real important on a sport fish boat. Standing here at the helm now, this is a motorized helm that brings it up and keeps everything nice and safe. The screens are pretty well legible. The one to the far left over there at the port is a little hard to read from here, but we're probably going to have 2 people at the helm when you're underway anyway.
The Bertram 700 measures 74 feet 2 inches length overall with an integrated bow pulpit. Her beam is 18 feet 8 inches and draft is 6 feet. At top speed, she's turning 2,400 RPM at 41.8 miles per hour or 36.3 knots, burning 251 gallons per hour. At 1,750 RPM, she's burning 138 gallons at 29.9 miles per hour or 26 knots. At this consumption rate, the Bertram 700 will travel about 391 miles on a full tank of fuel. The Bertram 700 sets a new standard for their line of sport fishing battle wagons. It answers the need for the serious blue water yacht, capable of traveling anywhere in the world, competing in some of the richest tournaments, and providing your own lap of luxury to relax in when the day is done. The Bertram 700 is offered in an enclosed bridge version or the convertible you've seen today. It's also available in 3 optional salon layouts. The 700 has 6 pages of standard features and another page of options such as the teak sole for the cockpit, underwater lights, and sub-zero under-counter refrigeration. I certainly would be comfortable taking this yacht anywhere.